Hello there and good day. I have the answer to the riddle for you, and I don't recommend watching this video until you've checked out, I believe it's number 10, or I don't think so. Anyway, check out the riddle video. So I'm going to pause here, allow you to go watch that, and come back, and here is the answer. The riddle was, you woke up in a box-shaped room with concrete everything and a mirror. Your only last memory, being a metaphysical detective, is falling asleep. What's the logical thing to do? In my opinion, I don't know, this riddle came to my mind. I haven't heard it before, but I heard one like it. But when this came to mind, I figured this detective, because he focuses on metaphysical cases, jumps to the conclusion that this is indeed another metaphysical hijinks and he got hijacked. So the origins of why he's there don't matter as long as he fell asleep. So he thinks, here's the easy answer. The most logical conclusion, because his last memory is falling asleep, is to fall asleep again. Perhaps the process shall reverse itself. But speaking of reversing itself, we have the complex answer, which no one has guessed. A lot of people did guess sleep, which I was impressed, because I don't think that would be like the first thing to come to my mind if I thought of this riddle. But yeah, fall asleep for various reasons. One, he wanted to fall asleep and daydream about doing makeup. That was like my favorite answer. Another one was fall asleep because there's nothing better to do. But no one said why. And that is because he's metaphysical. And the mirror in front of him is watching him. And a mirror essentially steals a bit of your soul by capturing you, or something similar. Anything similar works. Therefore, if he falls asleep, the mirror in his reverse image will go back in time to when he first fell asleep and he would wake up, thus completing this cycle of sleep. But that's a pretty complex answer, and I would accept, of course, anything around that, as simple as he fell asleep because he's seeing his image in reverse and might reverse the effects. So that's that, and this is a two-parter because I'm also going to be answering a great question someone asked me, and someone finally asked me a question so I can answer it. Oh man, I just realized I should be practicing my voice training on these videos, and I'm not. So maybe that's next episode. Okay, the question I want to answer is, what cracked my egg? What caused me to hatch? What unearthed gender identity in my life? And that answer is, I'd like to say that life was building up to that specific moment and it was going to happen anyway. I realized I am looking to the side and up a lot in these videos, so I'm going to try to stare at the camera more often. It's harder to focus that way. For some reason, I focus when looking into the clouds. Okay, Reddit cracked my egg, and it was specifically the trans timelines subreddit. I was browsing Reddit, and I don't browse Reddit often lately. I used to be on it all the time, but I happened to check Reddit, and there was a trans timeline post on the front page, and I clicked on it, and I saw the image, and things clicked. How the hell did this happen? This must have taken, what, 10 years? No, like 1 year. All of those questions I've wanted to ask myself my whole life, but never had the words to, I finally thought of. All those questions hit me. So I browsed trans timelines for a few hours that day, and I saw a lot of amazing, beautiful transformations. Like, every single one of them is so amazing. And some in as little as like 3 months. Crazy. Realizing it was possible allowed me to ask, is this me? And the answer was obviously yes from the very beginning. And I put myself through all the rigorous tests, such as the button, like, am I trans? Those tests. I even created a comprehensive test of my own that I'll go over someday. Basically saying, do you see yourself getting old and having health issues as your, like, desired gender? And my answer was difficult at first, yes. I don't like imagining myself getting old or having health issues, but I want to be there as a female. So, yeah, those questions help like solidify my convictions. And then I've hopped over to Ask Transgender, and all of those questions people were asking, I was also asking. And that clicked, like, holy crap, these people who identify as being transgender are asking the same questions I am. That made it obvious as well. I gotta end this video because I'm getting a low battery warning from my phone. Yep, that was it. That's what caused my egg to crack, and I'm glad I did discover that Trans Timelines post on that fateful day because it set into motion things that would ultimately improve my life, and I'm only just beginning. I'm only 1 month into hormones. I'm only 6 months into this whole concept of being a woman. Everything is so new, and I can't imagine where I will be in much, like 2 months or a year. Like, that's crazy. And what episode number will I be on? I don't know. And will I stop staring up into the sky? I don't know. And will I come up with better riddles? I hope so. So this is Jaina JASLYN. I hope you really enjoyed this episode and this sleepy face because I pulled an all-nighter for a work project. Oops. But I did it. I kicked ass too. I recorded a video yesterday, by the way. This is an update boy mode video. And I talk about like going into work. Work did not go as planned yesterday. And I didn't get to tell a lady, and I didn't get to approach the CEO because of an emergency at my other job that I had to race home and get to. So yeah, I didn't get to do those. I don't have positive, exciting updates, but I'm going to get to them. You know, this is evidence that life is real and things don't go as planned sometimes, and you gotta roll with that and be okay with that and not beat yourself up. Don't hate yourself. No self-shame, no regret, no self-judgment, no condemnation. Just be yourself. On the car ride home, I was breaking down. I was crying. Makeup was bleeding down my face. And I realized I was focusing so much on those negative aspects of just my brain forgetting everything due to my ADHD and whatnot, my mental landscape. And I was beating myself up. I have so much self-hate. Like, oh man, I might as well have been like hating my birth gender or something. Like, it was bad. I was in a toxic, dark place. And I forced myself to shift my thinking into being only positive, not letting negative come in. And that really brightened my day. It saved my day. I created positive energy, positive momentum, and I rolled with that for the rest of the day. And it was amazing. I've actually had a great day, and when I got home, I hopefully redeemed myself in that work project I'd been neglecting for 10 days. Yeah, so I've been learning to turn shitty days into good days, and it's possible, and I'm like the best test object because I am like the least likely to make these transformations, and here I am. Like, go Jaina, go. You just gotta love yourself sometimes. Give yourself credit. Pat yourself on the back. Celebrate your victories because life is hard and we are all in this together, navigating it. And some of us have burdens that others don't, such as gender identity. So celebrate your victories. Celebrate your strength. It will cause more strength. All right, I'm done for now. I really hope to record another video today, but first I'm going to force myself to do some work because I got to develop those healthy habits, right? Farewell.